Wednesday. I miss you guys so much. I hope everyone is having a great time at home. Maybe working on some of the worksheets that I sent home. Maybe doing some other learning through some of the websites that I sent home. Listening to some great music. I hope you're getting some great dance breaks in there. Hope everyone's listening to mommies and daddies, papas and ninis, everyone. I hope everyone's having some real good quality time right now spent at home. I can't wait. I have no idea when we will be back to school, but I cannot wait. Even 3 days in, and I miss you guys so much. So lots of love from Miss Kate, guys. I miss you. But I figured, hey, let's start a science experiment, because why not? So Miss Kate moved our little virtual classroom. Right now we are in the virtual science lab. This is going to give us space at the other table that I was using so that we can do more worksheets like we did the other day. So this is where we're going to be able to keep our science experiment all set up, because I want to keep it up for a few days just so that we can check it out and see what's happening with it. It's a real simple science experiment. A lot of stuff that everyone, pretty typical stuff to have at home. Only 4 things that we need. But before we do that, I just want to make sure that we are still following our science experiment protocol like we do in school. I have cleaned the area that I'm going to use, just using a little bit of a table. You don't need much space for this, which is another awesome part. So here's my table. You guys can see my space is free of any debris, which is something that we do at school. So I have a nice safe spot that I know is sturdy and I can leave up my science stuff. I've washed my hands before we started. I hope you guys are washing your hands at home too. I know we've practiced a lot in the last few weeks at school. Remember, good thorough hand washing, maybe count to 20, sing a good song, anything like that. But my hands are ready, washed, and we can go. So let's get started. What are we gonna do today? Whoops. What are we going to do today? Let's find out. Miss Kate thought it would be fun if we did a science experiment that she has done before called Dancing Waters. I don't think I've done it with any of you guys before, so this is something new for us, which I'm really excited about. But it's a simple project. It's something you can maybe do at home with your families if you're interested, or you can just check back every day while we look at it and see what's going on. And like I said, it's nice because it really only needs four things, and they're simple, they're at-home stuff, and we're going to be able to do this simply and easy. So the first thing we need, Miss Kate needs 6 paper cups, or I'm sorry, 6 plastic cups. I found these at home. They're the ones that I have, a lot like the ones that we have in school. Mine are just a little bigger. Pretty much clear, but the most important thing is you can see through to the bottom, because we might be experimenting and looking at the top. We might be looking at things in the side. Doesn't matter, as long as you can see inside and they are somewhat clear. So I have 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have my 6 cups all ready to go, and I'm going to set those to the side. And when we have cups, we usually have something we are going to put in the cup. Today, we are simply going to put in some water. This is a measuring cup. We're very familiar with this. We use it a lot when we're in school, in speech group, when we do cooking, other science experiments we've needed it for. We are going to need more than this. My big fun measuring cup is, of course, at school. So I have another container full of water that I will probably need to use as we go in our experiment. And we might even need to run back to the sink. Who knows? So we have cups, water, and let's make our water fun, right? We don't want to just look at regular old water. Let's give it some color. We need 3 colors to start our project. And I'm going to use food coloring today to turn my water different colors. So I have red. I need some red food coloring. It's just like what we use, just like what we use when we're at school. We do a lot of stuff with food coloring. So our first color is red. Next, I'm going to need some yellow food coloring. And yellow's a tricky one. We always look at this. We want to look at the top, because we know the top tells us it's yellow, because the liquid inside doesn't always look too yellow to us. And the last color we need is blue. Again, it looks blue, but the top will tell us blue. So that was red, yellow, and blue food coloring for this project. And then the last thing that we need, so far we have cups, we have water to put in the cups, food coloring to change the color of the water. The last thing we're going to need is just some paper towel. Real simple. Miss Kate already folded this one. Just a square paper towel, a rectangle, any kind that you have. We want to make sure it's a nice absorbent paper towel. White works best because we're going to hope to see some dancing color and that's going to transfer the best. But whatever you have at home is absolutely fine. So that is what we need for our science experiment. And once we get started, I'm going to move the camera a little bit, and instead of seeing me, you're going to see what we're working on. So it's going to go right down in front of me. I should be able to get this, no problems. So I'm going to start with my 6 cups. And again, I'm going to count just to make sure I still have 6. And counting is always great to do. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know if you can see 5, and 6. So I do have all 6 cups. And what I'm going to do with these 6 cups is I'm going to set them straight in a line. And I'm going to get them pretty close to each other. The tops don't have to be touching, but the closer we can get them, the better. And you'll see why as we continue on with our science experiment. So I'm going to start with 1 up here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now what's important, once we start this and we pour the water, we are not going to be able to move these cups, which again is another reason that Miss Kate moved to our science lab experiment area. So, I don't have exact measurements because everyone's cup size is going to vary. What I would suggest as you are filling the cups, because our next step will be to fill the cups with water, is to fill it up so that the paper towel, when it's in each cup, will be able to get wet. So I'm going to fill ours about 3/4 of the way full with some water. All right, so I'm going to start with my measuring cup. I'm going to use the correct spot to pour out so that we don't make a mess. Remember, this is very important. We want to pour out from the correct area. And I'm going to pour water into my cups. Now remember, it's safe as we pour the water in. We always want to hold the cup to make sure it doesn't spill because we don't want to have to pick up another mess. So Miss Kate's going to pour some water in. Going to keep holding it. Pour some more water in. Stop, pour water in number 3, so 1 and 2 are full. Oh, there's number 3. It is not quite full, but that's okay. Miss Kate has some more water over here, and I'm just going to keep going. So I have 1 and 2 full to where we want them, and for number 3, I'm going to keep going. All right, 1, 2, 3 have water in them. I'm going to pour some water in number 4 right now. There we go. Pour water in number 5. There we go. And last, I'm going to pour water in number 6. All right, so all 6 of my cups have water in them. And I don't know if you can see number 6 over here. There we go. Okay, so 6 is going to be a little distant there. Okay, so I have my 6 cups. I've spread them out. I've made a line of my 6 cups. And next, after I did that, I took my measuring cup and I poured water in. And remember, we just want them about 3/4 full. Doesn't matter exactly because your cups are going to be different than my cups. So as long as it's about 3/4 full, if you're doing this at home, please make sure you get some help pouring. And remember, like Miss Kate tried to do, hold on to the cup as you pour because we don't want to spill. So that's done. I can put my measuring cup safely away. And now we need to do something to this water because I don't think it's going to dance on its own. let's get some color. Now, if you remember, we have 3 different colors. We looked at the top, and we looked at the inside, and we have red is one color, yellow is another color, oh, there it is down there, and blue is our last color. But Miss Kate, you have 3 colors and 6 cups. How is that going to work out? Good question. We are not going to put the color in every cup. Instead, we are going to do every other cup. So when we're done with this today, we're going to have 3 cups full of colored water and 3 cups that are still going to be plain. I'm going to start with my red food coloring. I'm going to take the top off. If you're doing this at home, make sure you have an adult to help you because food coloring stains. We've learned that at school. And then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my red food coloring or food dye and I'm going to put it in cup number 1. I'm going to do 4 drops to see if we like the color. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now it's nice and red. I'm going to give it a little swirl. Let's see, here it is. So it's not that red. It looks a lot darker on the screen than it does to me. So I'm going to add 2 more drops to this because I want more red. So there's 1, 2. All right, now we're looking better. This is something at home if you want to get a straw, if you want to get a spoon, anything to stir the water, that's fine. Miss Kate's just going to swirl it up a little bit. It mixes very well. The dye takes over. So there is our red water cup. And again, that was cup number 1. We put red food dye in. The next cup, cup number 2, we are going to leave with just plain water. We don't need to worry about putting anything in this right now. So cup number 2 is going to stay. Cup number 3 is going to get some food dye. We are going to put in yellow. So I'm going to grab my yellow food coloring. Remember this one especially, we're going to look at the top to see that the color is yellow because this might look a different color to us. I'm going to take the top off or open it. So I need to open it. Again, if you're at home, some help from mom, dad, anyone helping you with this would not be a bad idea because food coloring, again, will stain. And we don't want anyone's kitchens or other areas stained at home. So I'm going to take cup number 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put in yellow food coloring. So I need to put in. I'm going to start with 4 drops again because we can always add more, but we can't take out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now it's turning a nice yellow. Again, you can stir this at home if you want. It swirls in pretty well. So I either just swirl it or I let it sit. And that's a pretty nice yellow. I might put in 1 more drop just to make it a little brighter. Oops, okay, that was more than 1, so don't squeeze from the middle. But still, it's a nice yellow color. It'll settle and be just fine later on in the experiment. Okay, so that was cup number 3 that we put some yellow in. Cup number 1, we put red food dye in. Cup number 2, we left alone. Cup number 3, I put yellow in. Cup number 4, I am not going to do anything to. I'm going to leave it. Cup number 5, I'm going to put a little blue in. So I'm going to get my blue food coloring right here. And I'm going to take the top off very carefully. This one is, oops, see, got to be careful. This one is full. So Miss Kate's going to hold it real careful. There we go. And I'm going to put in 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. you want to stir it with a spoon or something at home, go for it. But Miss Kate's just going to use her little swirl method like I've been doing. There we go. That's a nice dark blue. Wonderful. So there is our blue water right here. In our last cup, cup number 6, we are just going to leave plain. So no color. So if we look at it, I put color, no color, color, no color, color, no color. So it's a nice pattern I did right there. All right, so I'm going to leave my 6 cups here. Now you can do this in a circle, but for our viewing and our data taking, because I am going to take data as well, the line works out best for me. So this is where we will need 5 paper towels. All right, so I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now Miss Kate is just going to fold these up real quick. I have rectangular towels and I'm folding them into thirds. This is just going to help them fit in the cup the best. So there's 1 I folded. Oops. 2 is folded. And again, it's just a real simple kind of fold it 1/3, and then I'm going to flip it back. There we go. So there's number 3 folded. Number 4. And last, number 5. Okay. So, after our paper towels get folded, we are simply going to put them in. And it's really cool. The way we put them in, we're going to kind of make a bridge. So I'm going to start down here. Oh no. There we go. I'm going to start down here and I'm going to put a little bit in cup 1. So I have the whole paper towel and I'm going to put just about 1/3 of the paper towel, maybe even a little less, might even be more of a 1/4, into the red water. I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to bend it over like a little bridge, and I'm going to put it in the plain water next to it. Now, as the water absorbs, the whole paper towel is going to get wet. That's okay. Paper towel number 2, I'm going to put the first half or 1/4 in cup number 2, and I'm going to put the second end in cup number 3. Third paper towel, I'm going to put in cup number 3, and again, that's our yellow cup. Fold it over, put it into cup number 4. Our 4th paper towel, I'm going to do from cup 4 into cup 5. And then our last one, I'm going to put in cup 5, which is the blue cup, and I'm going to fold it over, and I'm going to put it right there at our last cup. All right, so there we have it. Our paper towels are in our cups, and in fact, I'm going to flip the camera, show you guys what it looks like. Here we go. There's the red, the plain, the yellow, and you can see the paper towel is already turning yellow there. That's pretty cool. This one. Just like that. So that's what it looks like. All right. And one last thing I'm going to do with this experiment, because I think it's fun to do, is we're going to track it. So what I did was I took a plain piece of paper and I drew 6 cups. Now everyone knows Miss Kate does not draw well, and that's okay. I just have 6 resemblances of cups, and first I'm going to label them. So I have cup 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. Put my numbers down at the bottom there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm just going to simply draw what I see. So I have my 3 crayons out. I have a red crayon, I have a yellow crayon, and I have a blue crayon. It's my 3 crayons. And on my paper in cup 1, I'm just going to draw some, fill it in to make it look red. Cup number 2, I'm not going to draw anything, and I'm not going to put any colors in because cup number 2 here is still clear. Cup number 3, I'm going to draw some yellow water in. There we go. Cup number 4 right here is clear, so I'm not going to put anything in my cup number 4. Cup number 5 is the blue cup. So I'm going to fill that in with some blue coloring. And then cup number 6 is empty. All right. So there we go. I filled in my cup number 1 red. I didn't do anything to 2. I filled 3 in yellow. I did not do anything to 4. I put some blue in 5, and 6 I left because that's what it looks like here. All right, now we are just gonna wait and see. So that's how we set up our experiment today. Pretty simple, right? A lot of fun. Didn't even make a mess, which, hey, that's pretty cool for Miss Kate, right? That I didn't make a mess. And we're just gonna leave it here. It's right in front of me. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna let it go. I'll probably check on it because see what happens. If anything real cool happens, I'll take a picture. Other than that, we might just check on it later or tomorrow, and we'll see what's happened. If anyone wants to make some prediction, now is a good time. What do you think is going to happen to cup number 2, cup number 4, and cup number 6? That's a good question that we can start thinking about. All right, guys, so that was our Dancing Waters experiment part 1. We just set it up. We're going to observe it tomorrow and see what happens. Sounds great. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I had fun making it. I can't wait until we're back in school. We will do this together because this is a fun one, and I miss you guys so much. See you later.